In this short tutorial, I'm going to show you how to post a hole-by-hole score using the USGA GHIN app. You can see here the USGA GHIN app is navy blue box with white lettering. So you can go to your app store and just make sure that you're clicking on this specific app, as there are several out there. So once you click on that, it's going to ask you for your last name and your GHIN number initially. And then after you put that information in, then this is what your home screen is going to look like. At the top, you can see your Allied Golf Association, which is the RDGA, followed by your name, the member club that you are associated with, your handicap index, which is current, and then your low handicap index, which for everyone, your low handicap index was established in January of 2020 with the migration into the New World Handicap System. So if your low handicap index and your handicap index are different, it means that you have been able to play golf in this first quarter in an active season. So you can see here on the home screen, there's two main functionalities, which is posting a score and utilizing the course handicap calculator. We're only going to go over posting a score in this tutorial, but we'll get to course handicap calculator at another time. If you scroll down, you can see your most recent scores, as well as you can click on view all stats. And I'd like to welcome our newest partner, Regain Physical Therapy in Pittsford. So welcome aboard. And then we also do have one more space available for a sponsor or a partner for 2020. And we did post about 150,000 rounds in Rochester alone last year, and we expect that number to go up quite a bit this year. So if you go ahead and click the post a score button, there's three options there. We're not recommending that you post the total score, but we are recommending highly that you either post hole by hole or hole by hole with stats. This, by posting hole by hole, it's going to take a lot of the guesswork out of posting for making sure that you have your proper adjusted score for net double bogey, as well as it's going to give you a lot of data at the end of your round, and it's also going to give your courses some data on each hole. So I'm going to go ahead and click hole by hole. You can see that recently played courses is pre-populated. I'm going to click on Irondequoit Country Club. Once you get here, this is your round setup. You can click 9 holes or 18 holes. Notice that when I click 9 holes, the competition score type goes away. So that's just something to keep in mind. They are looking to actually change that in the third and fourth quarter of this year. But as of right now, you can't post a competition score with a 9 hole. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back to 18 holes for now, and then select tees. I'm going to click that small arrow on the right-hand side of your screen. And then when I do that, it actually shows you at the bottom on a scrolling wheel down here, which tees are rated for females from Irondequoit. And you can see here that they've got four sets of tees. So on these white set of tees, the 75.5 is actually your course rating number. The 141 is the slope rating, and the 74 is par. So if I would keep that there, you can see my handicap is a 10.1. But if I was going to play from the whites, I would actually get 14. My handicap would go up to a 14. However, if I was going to play from the golds, my course handicap would be a 10. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's going to show you from your tees what your course handicap is going to be. For this little demonstration, I'm actually going to only play 9 holes to keep it moving. And I'm actually going to choose the front gold 9 at Irondequoit. You can see there that the course rating, the slope rating, and the par has automatically updated and changed. I'm going to keep my score type as a home. This is the date that I played, and my course handicap now has dropped down to a 5. And the reason that is because I'm only playing half the course. So I went from a 10 down to a 5. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the enter hole by hole score. And what you're going to see here should exactly mirror what you would see on a paper scorecard from the gold tees or whatever tees that you're playing. It should mirror it exactly. So you can see up there the hole hole number 1, the yardage is 346, par is 4, the stroke index is 12. I am only going to be putting in the score row, and the adjusted score is actually automatically going to formulate for me. So I had said that I'm a 5, I would get 5 strokes on the front 9. Because they're even numbers on the front at a Rondequoit, the holes that I would get strokes on would be the 5 lowest numbers for stroke index on the front, which would be, since it's even, it would be stroke index 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So let's just, let me just go through a little demonstration here. Let's say out of the gates I did all right and I got a par on the first hole. You can see I put in the number 4. The adjusted score is a 4, no problem. Let's say number 2, it's a par 3, and I had some trouble and I got a 6. It took me 6 strokes from tee into the hole, so I put in a 6. My adjusted score is only going to be a 5. And the reason for that is because it's a par 3 plus 2 is 5, and I do not get a stroke on this hole. It's above that number 10, that's above the stroke index of 10, which is my fifth hardest hole. So it's only going to allow me to post a 5. Let's say on number 3, I had another rough hole and I got an 8. Here, it's actually going to allow me to post an 8 because I have par, which is 5. I get 2 more strokes, which would be a double. Well, that would be 7. Plus, I get a stroke on this hole. So I would actually walk away and I would put in 8, and it would allow me to post that 8. So you can kind of see how this is going. Let's say number 4, is a par 3, and I got a 6 again. So there you go. I put in a 6. It's only going to allow me to take a 5 because it is the 16th hardest hole on the course. So number 4, I'm going to give myself a break and give myself a birdie. You can see that it's identified as such on the scorecard. And I'm going to go ahead and par myself on number 3. Number 7, it's a par 5. If I try and take a 9 on that, it's only going to give me an 8. You got a par 5 plus 2 is 7, plus I do get a stroke on that because it's the 8th hardest hole. So I would be able to post an 8 on that hole. And I am going to par myself out for the rest of the round here. So you can see that it actually took me 48 strokes to play the front 9 from the gold tees. But my score, when I go to post it, is only going to allow me to post that 45. So once I'm satisfied with that, I click on Done, and then I push Post Score. Once I post my score, you can see the adjusted score that was posted along with the differential. And then you can see this scoring donut, and it'll tell you how many birdies, pars, bogeys, doubles, and triples that you have, which is helpful information to have. And then I can view my scoring history, which will also show me my 20 most recent scores. So I just wanted to again reiterate, it's a very easy way to keep your score and to make sure that you are getting your net double bogey appropriately, and you're adjusting your score appropriately by posting hole by hole. Thank you.